I want to talk about something similar a little bit because this is something that I would call you and talk to you about. And it's a little vulnerable to talk about with the A-listers, but here we go.
Hello.
What's up? I'm Jamey.
Hey, I'm Allie.
And welcome back to A for Effort.
A place where we champion creativity, however it manifests. Welcome back to A for Effort.
Welcome back, friends.
Hopefully you're sitting down with a craft, a hobby. Maybe you're taking a break from work.
Maybe you're on a walk, strolling with your dog, with your kid.
And you just need a break to perhaps be inspired for your next project.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome back. Hey, Al.
We've got a new change of scenery for Jamey.
I'm in a change of scenery. This is the craft corner. Welcome, welcome. It's been a work in progress. I've got my little IKEA board. It's crooked. Don't notice.
It looks cute.
It's fun. I've got my little film festival badges to remind me that I can do that.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so wait. A little peek behind the scenes here. We're recording this a little bit early. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I do want to talk about this play that I've been in. And I know in context of the pod, it seems like this play has been going on for 700 years, but it hasn't. But I got to be back on stage this weekend, and today's our last performance, and it's been so fun.
Congratulations. Allie had a fun that I got to hear about live theater moment. Do you want to talk about the live theater moment?
Yeah, opening night. So essentially it took place at Christmas time. When you walk through, we enter through a door, and my co-star Taya, she goes first, and then I come in afterwards, and we start the play. Anyway, the wreath that we had on the door completely fell. Glass ornaments fell everywhere, and you just gotta play it off because that's live theater, baby.
That's the magic of live theater.
It's like looking back retrospect, I was like, oh, that was super fun, but in the moment I was like, oh my god.
No, it doesn't feel good in the moment at all. If you can pull it off, it's like,
yes.
Oh, wow.
And we pulled it off. Everybody afterwards was like, wait, that wasn't planned?
No.
So I was like, okay, we did our job.
You did. You had them fooled.
We love.
Acting.
And I just want to say, I know we talk about what's inspiring us. I'm so inspired by these kids. I know I said that before, but we got the pleasure to watch the other shows in our block, and they are so good. They were so good. And it was just like, it brought me back to a time, while you couldn't pay me to be 17 again. No. I do miss. Yeah, it's a tough age, I think. Yeah. It was for me, like, looking back, just like kind of figuring out who you are, what it is you want to do. There's a lot of magic in that, though, that I miss. I miss the naive, like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
No one's told you no yet, really.
Yes. And I kind of miss that because I think I did have a bit of, my middle name is Delulu.
Alison Delulu, Young Fresh Hour.
Yes. But I had like an exceptional amount of delusionalness in my brain at that age. And I
feel like we all did. We were actors. Are actors.
Yeah, well, we are actors, but like there's beauty in that.
Yeah.
So I want to find more of my 17, because we all there was also a beautiful speech made by the mentor of my playwright last night. They have a guest every night that's either been a part of the program. Well, actually, yeah, I think they've all been a part of the program, but they're now, off doing amazing, incredible things. And one of the things that she said, she was a 3-time winner of this program. Cool. And she's a playwright and, did the film festival circuit. But one of the things she says is like, we are all our separate ages. Like, we're still 17. You know what I mean? We have years on top of that. Yeah. And I think it's like really beautiful to like think back at yourself at that age and maybe learn something from them too.
Totally. That's, I want to talk about something similar a little bit because this is something that I would call you and talk to you about yesterday. Had it, anyway, and it's a little vulnerable to talk about with the A-listers, but here we go.
Hello.
I had a moment yesterday where I was with a friend, and she was like, Jamey, I've only known her since 2022, maybe, let's say, right? 2022, 2023. Yeah. And she was like, I YouTube searched your name. And the first thing that comes up when you YouTube search my name, which, sorry, I've done some admin, and it probably isn't true by the time this is published, hopefully, because we can get into that. But
yeah.
Is me singing in Pirates of Penzance in the year 2011. And it's a different life. Like, it's a completely different life for me. And it is For the A-listers, as Allie knows, we both went to school. We did musical theater. I wanted to be Christine in Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. They were like, Anne in A Little Night Music. My dream was to like be these sort of ingenue soprano roles in musical theater. And then in 2012, I got my tonsils out, which if anybody out there is listening and has had a Julie Andrews style experience where you undergo a surgery and everything changes, not to get like emo, but like that's what happened to me, and it was really traumatic, and I lost my upper register. But what sucks is that I have like this amazing documentation of a version of myself that doesn't exist anymore on the internet, and I don't want it there anymore for everyone to see. And I think it's
interesting.
It is interesting, and I've kind of gone back and forth between, like, she told me that and she was really complimentary of like, it was so cool to hear the voice you had, and it made me really sad for you, and also cool to like see a side of you I didn't know. And in the moment I was like, well, I'm glad you, friend of mine, got to see that side of me, but I don't necessarily want to share that with anybody on the internet, because it is extremely like something I'm really proud of, but it's not who I am anymore. And it makes me feel really sad still a lot, and I'm working through it all the time. But I have asked to take it down, because I'm just like, that's not a good representation of who I am right now,
Sure. But it also, I would argue it adds, I mean, to literally talk about Kit is her name, what she said yesterday, it adds to your story. Totally. So perhaps it's not like exactly who you are in this moment. It is absolutely a part of who you are. But with that also being said, it's absolutely your prerogative to decide who gets to experience that version of your life, because as we get older and memories come and go and whatever, we get to decide who sees that color of you and who doesn't. Yeah. So, and with the internet, it
lives forever. I had to reach out to someone I haven't talked to since 2012 and say, hey, I really loved being a part of that production. Can you please take that off the internet?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's something that Watch This Space. I mean, I have so many goals of, taking a voice lesson again someday, and picking back up and working through.
Yes.
But I just like, God, it's expensive, and I know I'm going to cry the whole time. I'm like, I don't want to.
But it's but
I'm just going to cry the whole time.
But Jamey, fear is to overcome fear is priceless. So I am a proponent of healing that thing. I mean, listen, you do what you feel is right, but I need to get into this whole Watch This Space thing, because I've never heard that. Now I'm seeing it everywhere. So
wait, what? Where have you been? You've not been watching This Space.
I have not been. I need to, but we're in like an emo moment, but I do want to come back to that for a second. But essentially, like, I think it would be incredibly healing as we do any of these creative things, right? We are healing an inner child of ourselves. So
yeah. If anybody out there ever listening to this has some sort of experience with vocal injury or a recommendation of a great vocal coach, feel free to drop them in the chat,
please.
I'm interested. It's just like, it's going to be a lot of work.
Of course. So nothing that is easy.
Nope. Nothing that is
hard.
No, wait. Nothing that's worthwhile comes easily or something. I don't know. Which, like, I don't always agree with.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah, we get it.
Dang.
We get it. Anyway, that's my sad little story, but I think I don't
Thank
feel...
you for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
Can we talk about Watch This Space, though? I've been wanting to bring it up.
It's so
What does
funny.
that mean? It's not here in LA. It's an East Coast thing, because I follow a bunch of East Coast like astrologers, and somebody came on there and was like, watch this space. And I was like, Jamey has been saying that the last couple of weeks. What does that mean?
I've said that the past couple of years. That's not like a new phrase.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I
would have
have
caught it. What does it mean?
It's been around forever. It's just like I don't remember. There's like a floof in my room. I don't remember the complete origin story of Watch This Space, but it just means like, keep tabs on what's happening here.
Can you guys come to my rescue? Is this something that I've just been under a rock for?
Yes.
Just let me know.
Yes. I'm so sorry to tell you, it is.
Yes. Okay.
Wait, can I quickly before we were talking about the children and their innovation.
Yes.
Allie, I need to talk about This is product placement for the baby witches. Okay. You're going to be like, what the heck? I'll make it so fast.
This is a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. No, it's so good.
There was a lemonade stand on my street, and these little two girls, I don't know how old they are, but like 7 and 9 maybe. I'm really bad at identifying children's ages. They were like, lemonade. And I was like, oh, I got cash. Why not? Get a little lemonade.
Sucker
Throw them
for
a
some
couple
lemonade in the
bucks.
summer.
But little did I know, they were also selling handmade perfumes under the moniker Baby Witches, and they put a crystal in each one.
Not just perfumes, folks.
No,
they're spelled.
They have magic powers, apparently. I was told by a 7-year-old, so duh.
They are the witchiest of them all. You got the good. You got the goods.
She said this one was for confidence, and I said, I feel more confident already.
I'm obsessed.
I gave them $10 for this. Support women-owned business. Support small business.
Yeah.
Support child labor.
Wow, that took a turn.
But she did make sure to note that if the crystals fall off, it's okay.
Okay.
I said, honey, I got a glue gun.
Yeah, you don't know who you're selling to.
What else is going on with you, Al?
So I'm coming back to the show of it all really quick.
Great.
Because I've gotten to meet other actors in each production, right? And there's this one guy that in another show that I am absolutely enamored by because he is a stunt performer.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Jamey, so he like offhandedly said, he was like, I came to LA because I was on the circus tour, Britney Spears, by the way. And I was like, what? And immediately I thought dancer. And I was like, oh, were you a dancer? And he was like, no, I was an aerialist.
Cool.
I was like, hold the phone.
Cool.
Whoa. So come to find out, he's essentially a stunt performer. If you've ever been to Universal, like I just did, Waterworld, he's also been in that show.
Waterworld.
If you haven't, you got to fly out to see that. It is the most fun.
It is fun.
I mean, people are flying off buildings.
It feels like it would be hokey.
Themselves.
It feels like it would be hokey,
Yeah.
and then you're in it, and suddenly you're like, oh my God, I am enwrapped.
Yes.
Wrapped. Not
Yes.
enwrapped. I'm enwrapped.
I'm enwrapped. I'm enwrapped in the
But
magic
the front
of the
row
show.
is a splash zone, the PSA.
And I sat with Luca in the
Did you
splash
get
zone,
splashed?
and you get wet. You get soaked.
Okay, but wait, sorry. Go back to this man.
Okay, so essentially I was just like, picking his brain on his life because I'm like, wow, how, like, to have that as a job. I mean, he's been like the assistant stunt coordinator. I believe it was Luke Cage. So cool. And I'm like, if I could go back and start over, one of the things that I wish that I did was stunts. And he's like, there's still time.
You say that, but also, wow.
I know.
They are putting it all on the line.
He told me that there's still time, and I said, do you teach? And he said, no, but I could point you in the direction. And let me tell you something, Jamey.
Is there like a stunts light? Stunts
So
where you're
apparently-
maybe not going to break your collarbone.
There are stunt categories. Okay. So like he was like, there's horse stunts, there's high fall,
Stunt
there's
driving.
regular fall, there's
Gimme.
Yeah, there's driving, there's crashing. Like it sounds like, and listen, I don't know very much, but it sounds like every little thing is a giant category.
Okay.
So like I could do a less risky stunt.
Not tightrope walking.
I would just love to learn a skill like that and then pull a Tom Holland and do that one stunt if I get hired for that job.
Listen.
But
even
not Tom Holland.
Even Tom is like,
I
gotta start protecting the instrument a little bit,
Yeah, 100%. I also, of the stunt of it all, I haven't seen The Odyssey. I'm dying to see The Odyssey. But Matt Damon's stunt performer was a woman.
His
Did
stunt
you know that?
double?
Like his stunt person was a woman.
His trainer or his double?
His double.
Jacked.
I saw that on the gram.
What?
Love.
I gotta get into that.
Well, they also probably did like, I don't know, padding and stuff like that. But
Go off,
either
queen.
way, in the words of Shania Twain,
Let's go,
girls.
Let's go, girls, and Matt Damon.
And Matt Damon. I'm ready to go into show and tell.
Do you want to start?
I would love to start. And for those that are just joining us new, show and tell, this is our segment where we feature things that we have been creating, whether we're in progress or we have the finished product, and we talk about what we've learned and what we would do again.
Yes. And if you are listening on Spotify and not or you're, doing an audio only option, note that we do have a video component to this show. If you are able to pop on and see what we're talking about, that is awesome, but we will also do our best to explain what the heck we're talking about.
Yeah, so the first show and tell that I'm going to tell, I have two. One has a hot tip.
Ooh.
So I'm going to do my best to explain, but you're going to want to watch for this. So for my little show, and I told you about this, I made everybody these little YPF keychains.
Cute. YPF equals Young Playwrights Festival.
And I love them. And of course, there are crystals on either side.
Obviously.
But what my hot tip is today, we talk a lot about crimping on this show.
We are crimpers.
And I am going to show the people, aka our 8-listers, how to crimp and what that even means.
Wait, let me grab my crimping tool too.
Oh, yay!
Look.
Okay. So, exactly right. So, Jamie's holding up what is a crimper. And then we have our pliers here, okay, for beading. And then we have a wire cutter. Now, I've already cut my wire. We're going to make one of these keychains because one of my friends who's in a different show was like, wait, Allie, will you make me one? And I was like, yeah, sure. So, we've already cut our wire and we already have our beads. And we made a little crimp at the bottom here. Okay?
Okay.
So our crimps look like, this is so teeny tiny small, so I hope to God you guys are going to be able to see this. So they're little beads, little crimp beads. I like to do 2. Okay. And I literally, mine just shot off. So for the sake of this video, I'm so sorry. We're just going to do 1.
Whoopsie.
Sorry, Danny, you get 1 crimp. A little teeny tiny. And we're going to take our jump ring. So we're going to take our jump ring and we're going to split it just like this, okay? So there's an open spot. And I'm going to attach it to our little clip here. And then I am going to close it. Close. And add it to our little keychain, okay? So now that we have this all added, we want to take the wire and put it through our crimp before we've crimped it, and some of the other beads. So we've got it here, okay? So if you can see, we've got extra wire here, and we are going to flatten this bead so it locks it all into place. So we take our crimp tool, and we squish.
Squish.
And now it's been scrimped. Wow. Now it's been scrimped.
And now it's been scrimped.
And
Thank you for coming to the scrimping lesson.
And then you just take your wire cutter and cut off the excess.
Voila.
And you've got your cute little keychain.
Good job.
Whoopsies. So now you know how to crimp.
Or scrimp.
Should you want to. Or scrimp.
Whatever you want to call it.
Scrimp. TM. So that was my first, which we've talked a lot about beads. So I wanted to show that I had made that for my cast and crew. Yeah. But as we talked about last week,
She be dazzling.
I made my jeans.
She be dazzling.
I made my jeans. So I realized at first it was giving Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders with the colors that I chose.
Yeah.
You know, but then I feel like the more of the stars that I have, the better actually.
Oh.
So I made these.
Fun.
Aren't they so fun?
They really are. They're so good.
Here's a fun fact for those. I sewed these on. Really difficult.
Yeah.
Really, really difficult.
There's a lot of turns.
Well, no, actually. It's the excess fabric of jean that you have to scrunch through to get your sewing machine. So, like, do you know what I'm saying?
You put the Jamey to the test.
I put the Jamey to the test, and it did great. However, I realized last night as I was, doing my final touches, you can do this without a sewing machine. If this feels like a fun craft to you, get some fabric glue and glue on the stars.
Ooh, smart.
You don't have to sew them on. So I used Hot Fix gems, which essentially is they already have like a self-adhesive on the back, but it is triggered by heat.
Okay.
So there's a little tool that you can use that glues the rhinestones to the star.
Okay.
And for those that are listening and not watching, I have navy stars, and then I have outlined in 2 outlines gems.
They're really cute.
SS12 is the size that I used.
Of gem?
Of gem. And I was really bummed because if we can remember, this was the inspiration photo.
Yes.
And these are actually pearls as I zoomed in. They're actually pearls. And I wish that I had gotten big rhinestones.
Okay. That's why
Do you know what I'm saying? Because
rows.
that's why I did 2, because it looked a little DIY with just 1.
Sure.
And this looks purposeful. This looks
yeah.
like cute. I bought them this way.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Jamey.
Yeah.
Are we good with both of these sides being stars? Should I put stars on the butt?
No, I like what you
You like what I had.
you did.
You think it's all said and done?
I think it's all said and done. They're doing the perfect amount.
Okay, great. One other thing I did was these jeans in particular, you can do them or not, but in the inspo photo, obviously the jeans were flipped up at the bottom. So I cut off the hem.
Cute.
And I frayed it.
Cute.
And then I ironed it. So.
Did you use your new little craft iron?
I sure did the Olizo.
Good job.
Thanks. Thank you. All right, Jamey, let's see it. I'm excited.
Okay, I have a lot of fun things to share. A lot of them are visual. Apologies, friends listening. I went on a fun little Greenpoint, Brooklyn adventure yesterday with my friend Amanda, A-lister. Shout out Amanda. And we went to several different places. The first was Yoseka Stationary. If anyone listening is a stationery person, you probably know of Yoseka Stationary because it is extremely popular now. It started out as very small Taiwanese stationery place in Sunnyside, Queens, and then they eventually moved to Greenpoint, and now it's kind of one of those stores where like everybody's sardined in, but it's an incredible place. They have kind of like a bar layout of sorts where the center of the store is two different sections of pens and markers, and there's like kind of a barista almost is like the only equivalent, like walking in between the rows. So if you have questions about any of, they take their stationery very, 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 very seriously, right? So if you're
I love that.
I'm looking for a whatever, I don't know enough about pens to give you an example.
Great.
So I picked up this really fun Posca, which Posca are acrylic paint markers. This is in Japanese, so I'm not entirely sure what the
But it's a really cool looking pen.
She's green and glittery.
I want one.
Well, let's get you one.
Cool.
So I picked that up.
Are they pricey?
This was like $3.
Oh, I was thinking more than that. Okay.
I was really trying not to spend a lot of money in there.
Love it.
And I did a good job.
I know it's
I
hard.
spent like under $11. That was the name of the game yesterday was
it.
don't spend a lot of money, which we'll get into in a second. I also picked up this really pretty washi tape. It is floral. You would love it. And I got really fun glue stick, this brand called Glue, Gloo, Glue. It's square.
I love it. Whoa!
So if you're junking and you're trying to get your thing, perfectly glued, how great. And it's blue, so you can see what you've glued.
I want to go to this place.
Also $4. Well, come over, babe. They might have an online store, I don't know. But if you're ever in New York, it's in Brooklyn. It's really cool. So that was stop number 1.
Great.
Stop number 2 was Lockwood in Greenpoint, which Allie's been to several times. If you're a New Yorker, you probably know Lockwood. They're in Queens and Brooklyn, and they're cool gift stores. They have a lot of really cute little stuff. And we just kind of bopped in there. It was on the way to our final destination. But look what I found for $9. They are, listeners. They are parakeet, parrot, unclear the actual genus of these birds, but they are bird salt and pepper shakers.
Wait, I'm
Bird
dead,
girl strikes
Jamey.
again.
Oh, I am dead. It's literally like, how many times can we reference a bird? Once per episode. Wow, she really is a bird
She's
girl.
leaning in to her new status.
You're flying through. You're soaring through.
I'm soaring on through. I'm flocking.
Soaring.
I text Stuart and I said, in the store, I said, these are on sale for $9. Should we get them? And then I was like, why am I even asking? $9 is well worth it to see Allie's face on the pod.
Are you kidding?
When I show her these adorable...
I need you to know that they're pink and green.
They're pink and green, and they're like little parakeets, and they're little friends, and I love them. So I picked those up.
Jamey, you're going to meet a new friend. They're going to come over and be like, wow, this
chick
couple
loves
really got
birds.
things for birds.
This chick is a bird girl. Okay, you ready for the final, the piece de resistance?
I'm so excited, yes.
We were in Greenpoint for a reason. It was that I needed to go to Brooklyn Craft Company, which I've mentioned a lot of times on the pod. It is my favorite little shop, one of them.
Do I know where this is going?
You do. I had made a purchase that I needed to pick up.
Wow!
And the purchase was my new baby Burnett B33 sewing machine, folks. Watch out, world. Listen, Allie was so inspiring with her Facebook Marketplace journey, and I tried. I really tried.
You really
I was hustling out there. I was checking all the time. I was messaging people. I almost had a Juki at one point for $140.
You did?
Well, someone else got it. There's a lot of Singer heavy duties on there, let me tell you, which is not a good sign.
Doesn't that... That's what
Hey,
I'm
listen,
saying.
maybe someone out there loves that machine. That is awesome. But
There's a lot of people out there that love that machine.
And
but
that's
then there are a
great.
lot of people out there that don't.
there's a ton on Facebook Marketplace. But they're
Yeah.
still not cheap. Like, and I think, again, you mentioned
Exactly.
this originally. I'm putting this down for now. But it's because maybe we live in these rather expensive cities that people don't want to offload anything for,
Yeah.
nothing of original value for super cheap. And so I really struggled to find something that felt worthwhile to spend over $150 on that was already used. I heard great things about this Burnett machine.
The burner.
This Burnett machine.
Wow, we are excellent today with words.
It's hard to talk. It's still beginner friendly. It's B33, and I picked up some fabric while I was in there. I got this cute gingham. It's green and yellow gingham.
Green gingham.
Not sure what I'm gonna do. I might make a flower bag like Allie because it
I
feels.
was about to say, it kind of reminds me of the fabric I used for Beth's flower bag.
It's really reminiscent. It was like scrap size, so I don't know how much I even really have here, but I'm
great.
excited.
You don't need a lot for that flower bag. So
great. That, and I also got this one. It was on sale. That was
cute.
really cute.
It's like red coral with pink
it's red coral,
stars,
pink
but not stars.
They're like just fun, kind of abstract star-ish patterns.
Yeah. Love.
Thinking maybe napkins, a table runner. I don't know. Something extremely easy.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, here we go. Here goes nothing.
I'm so excited as you begin your sewing journey. I am excited to maybe put my sewing machine to rest for next week, maybe.
Yeah.
And start another journey.
Cool.
Do you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is though.
I have something I saw that I want to do that isn't sewing related. That it was really cute. It was a laptop monitor, or not laptop. It is a computer monitor stand. That's all cute tiles, like just like mosaic. Cute. It's like a mosaic computer monitor stand.
But where would you get the stand?
That's a great question. Stand? I think I would need to buy wood. Okay, so now this is a woodworking project. All right. I might
maybe I'll go on that journey with you, because that's something that I haven't done yet, is mess around with wood, but wood is very intimidating.
Well, I think for something like this, it is truly like a 3-piece of wood project, right? Like you need your sides and you need your top.
You know what else I could try?
What?
Needlepoint.
Love that.
Embroidered. I could get into it. I don't know.
Do it.
We'll
you're going to be, Allie's off to Palm Springs for Dancing with the Stars Con, which we've talked about a lot, but you're going to be poolside, babe.
You're right.
Hopefully.
I am.
So that's a great poolside.
Well, not really.
Oh,
I'm kind of working. I'm one of those. I am working. My husband, because I'm helping him out and I'm just kind of a catch-all, he'll come home from rehearsals every day and be like, I kind of offered you for this. I kind of offered you for this.
Really
so I really don't know
never
what
mind
I'm doing.
on that. But if you do have some downtime by the pool, needlepoint feels like a really great poolside
100%.
hobby, craft.
100%.
Activity.
Yeah, I also still need to do that short.
Yeah, you're not going to do that by the pool though. Or are you?
No, I know, but maybe schedule it out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, we'll be expecting some action steps on that, okay?
Okay. Well, Jamey, I think next time,
our next episode is episode 10.
That's a big deal, episode 10.
I think we should have a small party.
I think we are going to have a small party and you won't want to miss it. And maybe we'll even send you supplies to join our party.
How will we do that?
I'll talk to you about it later. I already have an idea. We haven't had a production meeting about this.
Cool. We'll talk offline. Watch this space, Allie.
Watch this space.
That's it for us, A-listers. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for watching, and go create something.
Fly high this week, okay?